please hit that subscribe button.
Hey everybody.
Better suited to win the Stanley Cup this season. If you are new to the channel, Washington Capitals, the Boston Bruins.
Locked on and he scored! And we're live. Hey everybody. So today I'm going to be talking about 5 players who are having career best seasons in the NHL this year in 2019-20. Now obviously there are more than 5 players having these kinds of seasons, so I'm going to be doing multiple episodes of this series, so please don't flood the comments with guys that I missed, because chances are they're coming up in a future episode. So yeah, we're just going to go through 5 guys who are having breakout seasons, career best years this year in the NHL. And, you know, unfortunately, this season is suspended now and hockey is stopped for a while. Hopefully we can get back to some regular season hockey and playoff hockey as well, because these guys really were having outstanding seasons, the best of their careers so far in 2019-20. So before we get into it, I just quickly want to ask you to please hit that subscribe button and follow along for all of my hockey content. And hit that like button as well, as those thumbs up really help out a lot. Let's start with David Pastrnak of the Boston Bruins, number 1. Pasta tied for the league leading goals right now with 48 through 70 games played. Just unreal season for David Pastrnak this year. His breakout, full-on ascension into an absolute superstar in the NHL. 70 games played. He's 23 years old. It's unbelievable to me that David Pastrnak is still just 23 years old. I feel like he's been on the Bruins for like forever now, and he's still just so young and basically a kid. 70 games played, 48 goals, 47 assists for 95 points this year with Boston. Certainly career highs in every category. Surpassing his career high in goals by 10 from last year where he had 38. Surpassing his career high in assists from 2 years ago when he had 45. Surpassing his career high in points from last year when he had 81. Now he's got 95. And the Bruins still have officially 12 games left in their regular season for him to add to this number. Had the season not been suspended, he would, easily get to 50 goals, would be over 100 points this year, and this is by far David Pastrnak's best season in the NHL. Hopefully that we can come back and play some more regular season games and Pasta can get to 50 goals, but that still remains to be seen. Moving on now, number 2, Travis Konecny of the Philadelphia Flyers, also 23 years old, also having by far his best NHL season. Konecny has been absolutely unreal this year for Philadelphia. He has ascended himself into being a top-line player, a first-line level player in the NHL. Through 66 games played this year, he has 24 goals, tying a career high, 37 assists, a new career high, and 61 points, also a new career high by 12 points, more than he had last season. The 24 goals is what he's scored each of the past 2 seasons. The difference, though, he had 82 games last year, 81 the year before to get to that 24 goals. He's done it in just 66 games this year. If the Flyers do get to finish out their season, he'll probably get close to 30 goals this season. He also has never hit the 50-point mark in his NHL career until this season. He's got 61 already this season. He could potentially get to 70 points on the year. So he's blowing his point totals and his assist totals out of the water this year. By far, Travis Konecny's best year in the NHL. This is his full arrival as a top-line player and a star at the NHL level. And obviously, Philadelphia's success this season has had a lot to do with Travis Konecny's success this season. And vice versa. They've certainly helped each other. The team has helped him, and he has certainly played a big role on this team being successful. Moving on now, number 3, Bryan Rust of the Pittsburgh Penguins. And this one's a little bit different because he's older. This isn't a young player still on the trajectory up, getting better and better each season. Bryan Rust is 27 years old, and he's been on the Penguins for a number of years now, and he's always been in that 15 to 20 goal range, 30 to 40 points-ish. and he's been kind of a third-line player for the Pittsburgh Penguins. That is until this year. This year has been a massive, massive breakout for Bryan Rust. Career high 27 goals, career high 29 assists, career high 56 points, all in just 55 games as he missed time earlier this season with injury. So he has 56 points in 55 games this year with the Penguins. Would be a 30-goal scorer if the season wasn't put on pause here. Would be a 60, maybe even 70-point scorer. I mean, Bryan Rust has been lighting it up this year more than we have ever seen in his career up to this point. And he's 27. He's been in the league for a while now. He's completely blown his goal total career high out of the water. He's got 9 more already and significantly less games played. He's got 4 more assists this season than he's ever had before, again, in significantly less games played. And his previous career high in points was 38. He's now got 56 on the season this year, and the season isn't even over yet. So, Bryan Rust with a huge breakout season this year, going from a third-line, solid third-liner, 15 to 20 goals, 30 to 40 points, all of a sudden launching himself into top 6 territory, top 6 role with 27 goals and 56 points this year for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Number 4, we have JT Miller, another older player, not old, he's only 26, but not a kid. Someone who's been in the league for a while, but this year with Vancouver, his first season with the Canucks, JT Miller is having a breakout NHL year. 69 games played, 27 goals, 45 assists. Easily a career high for Miller. 45 assists and 72 points, also easily a career high for Miller with Vancouver this year. Miller's a player I've always liked. He came into the league with the Rangers, had some very good seasons with the New York Rangers, some 20-goal, 50-point seasons. Then he got traded to the Tampa Bay Lightning in 2017-18. That was his previous best season in the NHL. He had 58 points that year, 23 goals. He's blown those numbers out. Last year with Tampa, his full season with Tampa Bay, he really didn't have a great year. He was kind of the odd one out. There's so much talent on Tampa Bay and only one puck to go around. Miller was kind of the odd one out, and I did expect him to have a huge bounce back year this year with Vancouver because I knew he was going to be playing a much more significant role offensively with the Vancouver Canucks than he was in Tampa Bay, and that has certainly been the case. However, I did not expect him to have this kind of year. Miller has been unreal this year for the Canucks. 27 goals, a new career high. Would be going over 30 if the league does end up finishing out this season. Career high 45 assists, career high 72 points. Miller has made himself a star player in his first year with Vancouver, and a big reason why the Vancouver Canucks are fighting for a playoff spot and potentially probably a playoff team this year in the Western Conference. So huge year for JT Miller. And finally, number 5, the last one on this episode, Jakub Vrana of the Washington Capitals. Now, Vrana is just arriving at the NHL level. He's only 24 years old. He is in his third full NHL season. And Vrana is having a breakout season with the Washington Capitals. Last year was previously his best year with 24 goals and 47 points. But this year, in just 69 games, again, last year he played the full 82 to acquire those numbers. In just 69 games this year with Washington, he already has a new career high in goals with 25, a new career high in assists with 27, and a new career high in points with 52. And again, if the league does end up finishing out this season and playing a full 82 games, Vrana likely is going to have 28 to 30 goals, possibly 60 points, and certainly will continue to add to his new career highs here that he's made this season. So, Vrana really is arriving now at the NHL level. This, I think, this has been his best season. This is his showing that he is a top 6 player in the NHL on one of the best teams in the league. He has taken over that second line wing spot, and that is his spot now for keeps. He is shown that he belongs there, and he is a top 6 NHL player. So huge year for Jakub Vrana. So there you guys have it. Those are 5 players having career best years. in the NHL this year. David Pastrnak in Boston, Travis Konechny in Philadelphia, Bryan Rust in Pittsburgh, JT Miller in Vancouver, and Jakub Vrana in Washington. Now, I am going to be doing more episodes of this, so these are only 5. There are a lot more players that are having career best years this year as well, and I will be talking about them in future episodes. But with that, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. All those links are down in the description below. If you'd like to further support the channel, the links to our Patreon and merchandise store are down in the description as well. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.